Hello, and welcome back to the Creator's Guide for Successful Manifesting. I am your host, ML Lewis, and this is episode 14 of the series, How to Forgive and Stay in Perfect Peace by Becoming Aware that you are the light of the world that you are experiencing. I can't speak for everyone, but this experience has been challenging for me. Having to let go of beliefs that no longer serve me hasn't always been easy, but it gets easier with each day that I continue to study and learn and grow. I think that for any of us that choose the spiritual path to oneness, we start off with great intentions to live a loving, peaceful, wealthy, prosperous existence. That is still what I strive for daily. But in this process, there has been tremendous growth and enlightenment. I am beginning to see with different eyes. Eyes that show me my divinity and the fact that I am all in all, and I am omnipotent, and most importantly, that I am the light of the world that I'm experiencing. Like I said, it was not always easy to accept consistently that I am projecting my reality. That is, until I started accepting that I am the light of the world, that I am the only presence acting here. I am literally, totally, and completely responsible for what is and has and will occur in my life. I am creating this reality with my own emotions and my own feelings, my own insecurities, my own beliefs, my own fears, my own words are shaping and materializing every aspect of the reality that I am experiencing. It is the light shining from within my soul. I and every other sentient being that are literally reflections of each other are stars. Of course we're stars. And I'm not talking about stars on the TV screen. I'm talking in comparison to or oneness with the stars that are shining in our universe. After all, our bodies or our physical apparatus is made up of the same substance as stars, as the sun, which is also a star. So it is not so far-fetched to believe that our true nature would be likened to a star. Our sun radiates light unto what we know as our planet, and the planet could not exist without this light. Well, I believe it is the same way with our own self. As the sun projects its light, so do we in our individual realities. The reality is the result of the one creator that is experiencing it. So what do we do when we see ourselves getting pulled into anger, retaliation, arguing with the shadows? I say shadows in reference to people and circumstances that appear in our vibrational field. I call them shadows because they are a beautiful reflection of the inner soul of the experiencer or the directing presence. It is literally like arguing with your own shadow. And when I remember, wait a minute, I am getting all upset with my own self. because I am the only presence acting here. Sometimes I get frustrated because I want so badly to get this and to move, live, and have my being from this truth without resulting to the old negative way of things. I am choosing to run, to sprint even, into the unknown. So what do we do to help ourselves stay aware? We have to celebrate when we come out of that trance that says someone is doing something to me. And we have to do breathing exercises. This helps to get rid of a way of thinking in our mind. It helps to change the mind and get that old junk out of there. Deep breathing and holding that breath, because what it does, it pushes the breath up into the brain and puts pressure on the pineal gland. And if you don't know this, the pineal gland actually has now been discovered to have crystals within it. So when you put pressure on it, it is activating this that is within your head and outside of your head into the cosmos. It's incredible. And I would, if you want to do some more research on that information, of course, YouTube has all type of stuff. But I would recommend Dr. Joe Dispenza. He's an amazing teacher and doctor. He's a neurologist, and he's an incredible teacher. So I would advise you to check out some of Dr. Joe Dispenza's stuff on the mind and how we are. That's who I study from, as well as other teachers. All right? So we have to neutralize it with positive reinforcement, like affirmation treatments. Use our words to tell the truth for the purpose of coming back into balance. We have to have brazen impudence that we are determined. We have to use our will to say, no, I'm going to stay aware. I am going to be the highest version of myself. I'm going to achieve highest attainment in my spiritual life so that it reflects in the life that I'm supposed to be living. I can achieve that highest attainment energy and vibrate in oneness with well-being, this that we're supposed to be, this that we're supposed to be experiencing, or that we are experiencing. But the affirmation treatments are very powerful. I believe you have to use your word. When I find myself pulled into a trance of a make-believe story that's only going on in my head, of a story that tells me somebody is acting some type of way with me, they're acting nasty with me, and I'm going to tell their butt off. I'm going to let them know, you don't play with me like that. You're just talking to yourself. You're literally talking to yourself. That's why you have to come to the awareness that I am the only presence acting here. That's why and I came from a Christian background, so, and people actually take that literally, that was just Jesus' statement. But Jesus had even said in the Bible, I am he that created me. And we took it as, okay, Jesus is super awesome and great. He's God Almighty. No, we all are. No, Jesus was teaching you. I am he that created me. So are you. You are he, or you are she that created you. Thank you, great power. And we know that this is the truth. And that's what, and I'm going to call him by his name, Yahshua ben Yosef. But we know that Yahshua ben Yosef, a.k.a. Jesus, was teaching that because he also stated, that was recorded in the Bible, of him saying, even you can do greater things than these. Letting you know that what I've done, you can do even greater things than these. That's amazing, because what we know of the recording of the Christ is that he walked on water. He changed water into wine. He fed the thousands by the power of his mind, by the power of his inner belief that he could do it. And he said that he brought people back from the dead. And he said that we could do greater things than these. Now, if you believe, like you say you believe, in Christ Jesus, then you should know that you should be able to do greater things than these through the power of the mind, through the power of oneness. For example, say the day prior you've had an argument with a friend or family member, and all these thoughts come into your head of how they've wronged you. You find yourself becoming angry, becoming pissed, ready to check the shadows, ready to let the shadows know that you don't play that, until the voice of the great central sun within you, that is you, reminds you that I am the only presence acting here. You begin to say, I am the only presence acting here. I am the sole creator of this story. I can change it by silencing myself and changing the way I feel and perceive this from within myself. I will use affirmation treatments right now to help myself. I am so grateful and thankful that I am at peace with myself and all that I am, all that is. Nothing in the shadow world activity moves me, or none of these things move me. I know it is an illusion of my mind. I walk up to the line on the pathway and find a friendly puppy, a loving puppy. We have to use our words. We have to use the power of our words to help us to come out of that trance, to come out of that anger. We have to walk away. We have to turn our head from it. It does not exist. And you know, this reminds me of, now I was watching a documentary on the Buddha on YouTube, and there was a part where they showed the Buddha. The Buddha was had went through everything he had to go through to find enlightenment, and he had did all type of things to try to find out, you know, the answers within. So he actually started figuring that out. He went into a deep trance, you know, and he sat there under the tree, and he saw all type of evils coming at him, all type of negativity, all type of evil stuff. He did not react. He stayed in that awareness, now moment, observational state. He did not react. And guess what? It faded away. And I know that Eckhart Tolle talks about that. He calls it the phantom self. You know, how the phantom self comes up and tries to get you to think it's this way. And I even like the way Joel Osteen, I know I'm doing a lot of name dropping right now, but that's okay because I listen to these guys and they're incredible teachers. But I even like Joel Osteen and how he had said, you know, it's like a test. And I really don't like to use that word test, but the fact is it does seem like a test of your ability to overcome yourself, to overcome that false reality. Those false things that make you believe that is real. It is like a test. To me, it's been feeling like a test. Now, I don't know if that's what we actually call it, a test, but as I'm going through and I'm, you know, having this experience in my own spiritual practice, and I'm learning about how to control my mind and how to stay aware and to stay present. When you are actively involved with people like your children, your grandchildren, and things go on, and you have energy. You have to watch that energy. You really have to be the guardian of the gate of your own self. And I'm even starting to have a new understanding of what it means to be the guardian of the gate. You have to be the guardian of the gate of yourself. Because it's not coming from outside in, it's coming from inside out. You're the projector. We're projecting these realities that we're experiencing. And it's coming from the emotions that we feel on the inside. Our fears, our angers, our joys, our beliefs. It's coming from our own self. So then the guardian at the gate of the great conscious domain, you have to guard your own energy. When you feel that energy, you want to pay attention to your heart, because to me, that's where it seems to be coming from. The energy that I'm experiencing, I feel it coming from my heart area, which I understand that we have over 109 energy centers. There's I think 7 main energy centers, 1 over our head, and then there's 109 throughout the body, and then there's 7 going straight up and down through the spine, which is, I always add the earth chakra. I call it that. That's just my thing. But we have the Lord, it's slipping my mind right now. But we have all type of chakras. All right. The sacral chakra. Now the chakra, and I don't want to call it the red chakra, but that's the only thing that it's coming through my mind right now. The red chakra, which is one energy center, the sacral chakra. Then you have the solar plexus, that's right by the stomach, which some teachers call it the great central sun. It is the energy center of our body. It is a real sun, a real powerhouse of energy. We have the heart chakra, or the heart energy center, the throat, okay, the pineal gland, and then you have, and I wish this would come back because I know these, and there's one right here at the head, at the top of the head as well, and then you have the rest of them surrounding your body. And I know these chakras, it's just slipping my mind right now, guys, but you can look that up as well if you want to know the proper names for yourself. We are studying and learning how to be better and learning how to use our true power. Well, we are divine beings. We are cosmic beings of light. We are infinite power, and we have to raise the frequency. We have to raise the frequency for our children, for our grandchildren, so that they could experience a more incredible world than what we have had experienced. Because we are, kind of like coming out the mud here, and into the cosmos. That's what it feels like. And again, we are the only presence acting here. So any anger that comes up, you're going to have to go into the silence. Any idea that tries to suggest someone over there is doing something to me, we have to take the stance of the Buddha and just become the silent observer. Do not act. Now, if you have to heal yourself from within, go within. But if there's an argument that comes up in your day, or you're radiating energy, you can feel yourself, you're about to meet up with some people soon, and you can feel that energy in your heart area, just getting angry, just feeling like, if I see them, I don't know what I'm going to, that remember, you're arguing with yourself. You can change that from within. You can decide, okay, I'm going to change this right now. I'm going to go into meditation and prayer, and I'm not going to leave out this door until my energy is in a good vibrational space. Matter of fact, I'm going to ask the infinite field to go before me and clear my path and make sure that all the people that I encounter today are reflecting back at me as love, light, love, and a positive source of activity. I want that for myself, and I pray that prayer for everybody. I am the only presence acting here. I have my own. I am walking in peace and love and light. I am omnipotent and I am all powerful, and I have the ability to change my reality from within. I do not have to engage in any negativity on the outside or in the shadow world. I need only but go within to heal myself. No matter how long it takes, I will treat through affirmations. I will treat through meditation and prayer. I will treat by saying I am the only presence acting here. I love everybody and everyone loves me. The world, the truth, I will treat by the truth that shall set me free. I'm doing it. My feelings, my emotions, my ideas are creating my reality all the time. It's nonstop. There's no time whatsoever that somebody else is contributing to the creation of my reality. I'm creating it, all of it. And to accept this is to accept absolute freedom. Peace and blessings.